Good morning, children. Sai Ram. I hope you all are well and studying at your home. So, today we are going to do an activity that is sink and float. So, children, do you know what is sink and what is float? Come, I'll teach you. Okay, children, now tell me, what is this? This is a tub. What is this? This is a tub. Okay. And what is inside this tub? You know what is inside this tub? This is water. This is water. So children, today we will do an activity that is sink and float. But before starting the activity, first you tell me, what is sink? Do you know what is sink? Okay, I'll teach you. Okay, children, look here. What are these? These are the objects. These are the objects. Okay. So, which one should I take now? This or this or this? Okay. Let's take a boat. Paper boat. See? This is a boat. Now, I will put it on the water. See? It is floating. It is floating. But why is it floating? Why? Okay, I will teach you. Any object which is lighter than the water, that is floating. Any object which is lighter than the water or which will stay on the water, that is called floating. Okay. Now next I will teach you sink. What is sink? So let's come here again. Look at the objects. Let's take a stone. See children, what is this? This is a stone. This is a stone. Now I will put it inside the water. See, it went inside the water. So that is called sink. That is called sink. Do you know why it is sinking? Because the object is heavier than the water. Because the object is heavier than the water. See how heavy it is. It is very heavy. And see, look at this boat. See how light boat it is. I can easily hold it. So, did you get the difference between sink and float? Sink and float. Okay, now again come to the objects. Which one should I take? This or this? Okay, let's take this. Children, see, what is this? This is a car. So now let's put it inside the water. Whether it will float or sink. Let's see. It is floating. It is floating. Now can you tell me why it is floating? Because its weight is lighter than the water. Because the car is lighter than the water. That is why it is floating. Okay, again come to the object. See, which one should I take? This or this or this? Okay, let's take this. What is this? This is a spoon. What is this? This is a spoon. What do you do with the spoon? We eat with the help of spoon. We use this spoon while doing lunch. Okay? Okay, so now let's put it inside the water. Then we will see whether it will float or it will sink. Ah, it gets sink. See, it is sinking. But why it is sinking? Again, because it is heavier than the water. See how heavy it is? It is very heavy. That is why it is sinking. Okay, now again come to the next object. Which one should I take? Okay, let's take this. What is this? This is a comb. This is a comb. What do you do with the comb? We comb our hairs. What do we do? We comb our hairs. Okay. Now let's put it inside the tub. See, it is floating. It is floating or sinking? It is floating because it is lighter than the water. It is very light. See, I can easily hold it. So, it is floating. Now again, come back to the objects. Which one should I take? This. What is this? This is an eraser. This is an eraser. Now you will tell me. Okay? Now tell me whether it is sinking or floating. Anybody can tell me? It is sinking. It is sinking. Okay. Again, come to the objects. What should I take now? Let's take a box. What is this? This is a box. Again, you give the answer. Okay? What's happening? It is floating. It is floating. But why it is floating? Do you know? I hope you understand why it is floating. It is floating because it is very light. It is very light. So that's why it is floating. Okay. Let's take another object. Which one should I take? Now tell me, what is this? This is a lock. What is this? This is a lock. Okay. Let's again put it inside the water. Then you observe whether it will sink or whether it will float. Oh, what happened? It is sinking. What is happening here? It is sinking. See how heavy it is. This is so heavy. That is why it is sinking. Okay, now again come back to the objects. Which one should I take? Let's take a bottle. What is this? This is a bottle. Okay, can you guess whether it will sink or float? Anybody can guess? Okay, let's put it inside the water. Then we will see. Oh, it is floating. It is floating because it is very light. See how light it is. This is so light. That's why it is floating. Again, come to the next object. See, what is this? How small it is. What is this? This is a nail. This is a nail. Okay. Anybody can guess whether it will sink or float? Let's put it inside. Then we'll see. Oh, what it is happening? It is sinking. Now, can anybody tell me why it is sinking? Because it is heavier than the water. Because it is heavier than the water. That's why it is sinking. Okay, now come to the last object. What is this? This is a scale. What is this? This is a scale. Okay, now you will guess whether it will sink or it will float. Okay, let's check. Oh, this is also floating. See, this is also floating because this is very light. The scale is also floating. So children, I hope you like the activity. Do this activity at your home. You will really enjoy it. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you all. Sai Ram.